Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we have another rusted Blackstone griddle here. And the plan for this video is to get this thing back into operating condition. I have a brush that I just bought from Harbor Freight to get the rust off of this thing. We're gonna do our best to try to get this lid and all the sides cleaned up and polished as well. I've never done that before, so watch to the end of the video to see how successful I am. For this project, I'm using my cordless drill and two different types of abrasive cup wheels or cup brushes. This is a 2-inch nylon abrasive cup wheel, and this is a 3-inch wire cup brush. I'm going to use them together to see if we can't get that rust off. So instead of rambling on in the beginning of the video about what type of grill this is and what we're going to do to it and everything else, let's just get right into cleaning it, because that's what you guys care about, I'm assuming. Definitely a lot better than what it was, but let's take a sander to this as well. After sanding it, it looks so much better. One of the comments that I got from my last Blackstone video was that I should have washed this off with water and soap and things like that, and I agree with that. So that's what I'm going to do here. I didn't do it last time because I was spraying enough water on there. I thought I was getting off enough of the rust, but with the amount of rust that was on this thing, I think it's a good idea. So I'm going to take this inside the house, wash it off really well with soap and water, and bring it back out.
A few moments later.
So it's actually much cleaner and much different. So yeah, definitely recommend wiping it down with soap and water after you're done. To clean up this rusty top, all I'm going to use is just a Scotch-Brite pad that we had left over in the kitchen. I don't want anything too abrasive because I don't want to scratch what little protectant is on here, but I want the rust off. So we'll see if this works. While it's not terrible, you can still see some rust up here and in through here. For a cabin grill or a tailgating grill, that's pretty good. It's not a full restoration. I suppose what you could do is spray this down with high heat paint and make it look shiny, but I'm not too concerned about shiny. I'd rather have it functional. So next up are around the knobs here. All right, now let's turn it on. Now that we have this griddle hot, what I'm going to do is put some seasoning on there and spread it around. In my other video about seasoning a griddle, I was told that I put too much oil on it. You're supposed to put very thin layers of oil on here, and that's typically what I do. Now I'm not sure. This is a 22-inch griddle, so you don't need a ton on here. For me, well, what I use is Blackstone Griddle seasoning, and for a 22-inch griddle, it says 1 tablespoon. And you're supposed to spread that out. Oop, that's hot. You're supposed to spread this out very thin the whole way across all the components here that food is going to touch, essentially. See, we're already starting to smoke. So there's barely any oil on there, and we're already starting to smoke off. So we'll let that go for a little bit. So I closed the lid to get the griddle hot as evenly as possible, but then I realized I never tightened this handle. So while the grill's hot, I'm going to get in here and see if I can't get burnt. Ooh, I can feel the heat coming off of that thing. Nice, there we go. Still smoking a little bit. We're going to add another layer of oil to that. Unlike me, take your time when doing this because you will get splashed. It will be hot and it will hurt. Don't know if you can tell through the smoke, but around here and into here, it's already starting to turn an amber color, which is exactly what you want. Let's let this layer cook off. We're going to do this part several times. All right, let's check on it and see what it's like. Oh, that's a good color. Let's add some more. So while this round is cooking off, I want to correct something I said. I erroneously said that these are cast iron, and they're not. And I know that they're not. It's just that the non-stick surface, when it comes to things like this, it's kind of a misnomer. Cast iron is used for a bunch of cast iron pans and things like that, but they're not used for these griddles. So these are actually not cast iron. What they are is they're cold rolled steel. it's steel that's been refined to handle this type of heat. So the term cast iron for me was inadvertently used, and they're not. So one of the viewers pointed that out, and it was a really good point. And I found that a lot of people consider these things cast iron, but in actuality, they're not. It's just cold, it's just steel. So I wanted to take time to correct that from my previous video. And also another viewer asked what kind of rags I use for this. And these are just shop rags that I get at Harbor Freight. What I do is I take them and I double and triple them up. So that way it's not real thin when I'm up against the griddle, so I don't burn my fingers. That's all this is. It's just a shop rag from Harbor Freight that I've doubled over and tripled over, quadrupled over, so I don't burn my hands. All right, it's been a little bit. Let's do another check. Yeah, it's starting to look really nice. Starting to look like a griddle and not a chunk of rust. So we'll put another coat on here, and I believe if you're following along at home, this is the 4th time doing this. So again, Harbor Freight rag quadrupled up so I don't get burnt. And as soon as I say that, I'm gonna get burnt. It is extremely hot. So while we wait for this round to cook off, I'll tell you a little bit about the grill itself. So this is the Blackstone 22-inch Adventure. I don't know if that's the actual brand. I don't know if that's the actual model of it or what, but this does break down. The top does come off, and these legs fold in so that you can use this for tailgating. I got this for $50. I bought this for $50, and it came with a big propane bottle, which now in the market they're like $80 brand new. So I got a grill and a bottle for 50 bucks that just needed to be free of rust, and that's good enough for me, because the plan for this is to go up to maybe our second cabin that we have. We have the A-frame, and then there's another cabin that we have as well, and we've been looking for a griddle for up there. So I picked this up for 50 bucks, got it into a condition that I'm happy with. Again, this is not perfect. This was not a tutorial on how to make this thing from rusty junk to brand new that you could sell it for almost close to brand new value, or almost close to brand new price. This is just a video where I wanted to show how to use a couple of different tools than I did in my previous one to get the worst rust off that, quite frankly, I've ever seen on one of these and I've ever worked with. This would be my 3rd griddle that I've actually restored, and my big one was brand new as a birthday present for me, so I didn't have to clean that one. So I've been through some Blackstones. What I like about this model is it uses these little 1-pound propane cylinders. I don't know how long this would last. This thing is on high. I'm not sure how long it would last on low. It does have this is an adapter for a bigger propane bottle, which is what the previous owner used. For us, we're going to use the big propane bottles, but I wanted just to demonstrate how it's pretty easy to hook this thing up. And again, this could be used for tailgating or camping or things like that. I guess if you're ambitious enough, any grill can be used for tailgating or camping, but this one is designed for it, I should say. Do a final check here. Oh, that looks really good. Come in a little closer. It's a lot better than all that rust on there. You can see we're not quite hitting a high temperature in the corners, but that's to be expected because the burners are right under here and right under here. But over time, that will get hot enough and it will color to what we need. Last round of seasoning, and that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off and let it cool down. All right, so it's a new day, and the first cook on this is not gonna be eggs, it's actually gonna be bacon. We have a tailgate party today, and one of the ingredients is bacon, so now's a perfect opportunity to break this griddle in with some bacon.
Oh, I didn't know that.
think I'm going to end the video here. So thanks for clicking on this one. We got another griddle under our belt. Click subscribe if you want to see more content like this. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the Oaks.